get in where I fit in, homie. Let me get in where I fit in, homie. Let me get in where I fit in, homie. Who am I but a Dre Mac? Came into the game to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a Damu. The artist blood on my tongue. Thinking it's a warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist but you smell me. One spark then I bet you I'ma blow up. They throw my name around. Get stupid then you go dumb. No rest for the weary, or versus thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up, but took a knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I pour all the plaques to use the Decepticons. Fake rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can throw they like. Up in the storage and I'm man. Up, down, then I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans get defeated. High samurai, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like Maracas, my whole to the A, and I bet you can't stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. To get that honey sauce on me, I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What is going on, everybody? This your man, Dre Mac, coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show, 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. And if you're on the West Coast, get up, because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And on today, I'm going to talk about, this was sent to me by Erica D. Shout out to Erica D. You know, about the recasting of Dr. Doom. Like, so we don't have a dude disguised as a Doom playing another Doom? Is that what you're trying to tell me? All right, we got to get into it today. But hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gan over at the Heavy Gan channel. But you already know how I do. You know how I get into it. The real question is... All right. Let me see who is all in the house. Marley Moore, good morning. Roberta, the church auntie, good morning. YARK, it is not set in the 1940s. That movie is set in the late 1960s in an alternate Earth. They're using the same date or the same year as the original Fantastic Four in the 1960s debut. I'm trying. Just trust me on this one. Tracy Woods, good morning, good morning, good morning. PTM Productions, good morning, good morning, good morning. Junior Network, good morning, good morning, good morning. DeAndre Mosley, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick so I'm not holding up too much of you guys' time and we can be able to talk about this recasting rumor. And this is coming from Everything Always. So let's get into it and let's discuss it because I seen this and it makes a little sense, but then it don't make sense because why would you spend that much money on an actor who's not, that you want to do other stuff? Okay, let's get into it. Let's see what they're talking about. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka All Fires. Now, regardless of how you feel about Robert Downey Jr. returning as Dr. Doom after playing the iconic Iron Man, you have to admit there was a level of risk that Marvel Studios, the Russos, and RDJ all felt like was worth taking, and at the same time added a ton of intrigue as far as theories as to how and why Victor Von Doom looks like the 616 is Tony Stark. And at the crux of a lot of those theories is the exact way that I worded that. Victor Von Doom only looks like Tony Stark. He's not actually Tony Stark. Well, if today's rumor is true, then it would mean that Robert Downey Jr. won't be playing Dr. Doom as long as we thought, and in fact, we might actually see a different actor playing Dr. Doom and Robert Downey Jr. back to playing Tony Stark before all is said and done in Avengers Secret Wars. We're breaking it all down. This latest rumor that's been circulating online that Robert Downey Jr. won't be playing Dr. Doom for long and that Marvel Studios will be recasting the character with a different actor. But first, if you could...
It's almost is in, again, this is just a rumor, but why again? No, I got something for you, Mickey G, because I heard the beginning of that show yesterday. I just ain't played the evidence that I have right now to show that y'all was the catalyst of the jokes yesterday. I got the evidence. I got it. But yeah, so to me, my whole thought process when it comes to this Dr. Doom casted for the very beginning was like, why are you using Robert Downey Jr. to play Dr. Doom? You could get you could have got any other actor to play Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr. Okay. Is he going to be the Dr. Doom going forward? That don't make sense. You know what I mean? If he's not, he already played Tony Stark. You're going to pay him, 75 million plus. I know he's making monies off the, oh no, yeah, I got the evidence. I know he's making money off of the back end of this. There's no way that he took a deal to appear in these movies. Okay, I do have it on the highest. To appear in these movies and there is, no way that he's going to go forward after that. So I know he's making money on the back end. He's probably got a deal like, we give you $75 million, probably 3% off of the whole entire ticket sales. What's up, Michael Johnson? I know that. There's no way you can't tell me that. There's no way you can't tell me that. I don't think Robert Downey Jr. is that naive or stupid to take just 75 million where this movie could potentially make billions and he's not getting at least 3% of that in this deal. Come on now. You know what I mean? They didn't just pull him out of, out of potential Oscar-worthy films to, to make these movies, and he's not making some money off of it. So let me just put that out there. Number two, this leaves more credence to what I said about them not finishing Jonathan Major's story as Kane the Conqueror. Whether you recast, you keep Jonathan on, it doesn't make any sense that you were going to go on with Dr. Doom, not finish the story, but you was going to recast Robert Downey Jr. anyway. He was just temporary, as a temporary holdover, just temporarily finish the Kane Dynasty story and go forward with Dr. Doom. That just makes a more logical sense. But with Marvel saying they're going to just recast Dr. Doom anyway, why even have Robert Downey Jr. play the character? let's continue to hear what Emergency Awesome has to say. I mean, I'm sorry, Everything Always, and let's kind of go forward from there.
You could grab the subscribe button. Thanks to everyone who's been subscribing lately in helping us grow the community. And if you haven't already, I would just kindly invite you to do so. It's the number one thing you can do to support the channel and me as a content creator. Plus, it enters you for the giveaways if you want. Stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify some things. Number one, we are not talking about what was heavily reported last year right after Robert Downey Jr. was revealed to be playing Doom, that Marvel Studios would most likely cast a new actor for Doom in the future to keep the classic villain of Doom in the MCU fold so that he might return. We are talking about Robert Downey Jr. not even finishing the role of Dr. Doom before the end of Avengers Secret Wars. Now, I searched in vain with all of these reports and rumors circulating online to try to find the genesis point of this, and alas.
See, again, does that make any sense? Chat, let me know if that makes any sense. Okay, I got him for Doom Wars and Secret Wars, and this dude is not even going to be the big bad villain of Secret Wars because he's going to play a variant character, or he's going to do something else, or he's just going to walk away from the whole entire project. But Marvel paid him $75 million. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, it doesn't make sense. You know, again, you could have, if you wasn't going to go further with Jonathan Majors, Kane the Conqueror, I get it. Whatever. You could just recast and finish the story. If you're going to go, you already fired the man publicly. Recasting ain't nothing. You know what I mean? And honestly, because he's done with all of what he had to do, and you know he's rolled off into the sunset with his beautiful wife, why not just bring him back? You're already delayed this film anyway. It's probably Secret Wars is probably not going to come out to 2028. You know what I'm saying? 2029. You know what I mean? It would have been, what, 6 years? You know, by the time that, you know, all of this is said and done. Doomsday is what, 2027 now? So, 4 years removed from the incident. Like, come on, dog. You could have just finished the role of this and made him the bad guy. But no, let's just get Robert Downey Jr. as a temporary Dr. Doom for $75 million. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. Financially, you're putting a lot of eggs in one basket with Robert Downey Jr. And if he's not playing the big bad of the of the MCU, and he's playing these other characters or whatever, what is this? The Clumps? Like, what are we doing? Like, there's plenty of actors who could have been, Dr. Doom going forward. I get that. You know what I mean? But again, you could at least been like, okay, let me at least put some of that money away. Okay, we're not going to pay him the $20 million. Let's say we pay him a quarter of that because he's not the main lead. Let's play Jonathan Ness, and let's play another actor, maybe $10 million. And you just saved yourself $60 million. This is some of the stuff that makes me think, what the hell is Marvel doing? Is Marvel going the route of DC and spending all their money on one said actor while other actors is out here like, why am I not getting my chunk? Elizabeth Olsen is out here asking why she's not getting her chunk. But then you want to pay RDJ to play a part-time Dr. Doom, part-time bad guy? Doesn't make sense to me.
Last, I didn't, making me think, as I mentioned during the prologue, that theories may have given way to rumors here. But what's being said is that by the end of Avengers Secret Wars, we will actually see a different actor in the role of Dr. Doom, as it'll be revealed that he had only stolen the identity of Tony Stark, that he wasn't actually a variant of Tony Stark. And it seems as though the Russos and Marvel Studios have not been trying to mislead us in any way in this regard, as they have always referred to this character that RDJ is playing as Victor Von Doom. Now, again, there is constant conjecture about the details, but what's being held as the prevailing theory right now is that Dr. Doom has stolen the Tony Stark identity in order to convert some of the heroes from the 616 into being his quote-unquote followers, and that there will be a division line amongst those who want to follow him and those who don't. That's what's going to spur the actual plot line for Avengers Secret Wars.
So Secret Wars, let's break this down just real quick and see if this even sounds remotely like something that could have been saved on the cutting room floor, right? You're going to have, you paid Robert Downey Jr. $75 million. You had him be the lead to come out in at what was the San Diego Comic-Con last year, You decided to drop Jonathan Majors, bring Robert Downey Jr. back, say he's new man, same task was the tagline, right? You paid him $75 million, and then you're not going to have him as the villain even halfway through the point of your movie, because he's going to take the identity of a guy everybody knows just to fool everybody. That don't even sound like something Dr. Doom would do. It's not even a Dr. Doom, unless it's the 70s Dr. Doom and he was owing Luke Cage some money. You know what I'm saying? I guess I would work, but this is 2025. Audiences is too invested in these stories to be like, oh, well, that's what he did, while not just showing that Dr. Doom can be a badass. He ain't got to go face off. It's Dr. Doom, y'all. So Dr. Doom should be, I'm talking about he should make Thanos pee his pants. That's how dope Dr. Doom is. You know, this is the same Dr. Doom, you know, that snatched Thanos up by his neck. The rest of his body is gone. You know what I mean? Like this don't make sense. Like, to me, this doesn't make sense. What's up, Be Positive? What's up, Six of Truth? Yeah. He want that $200. I want my money, honey. I want my money. Like, it's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like to me, to pay $75. What's up, Rashad Walker? To pay $75. Pay $75 million to an actor to part-time apart when I had an actor in tow. Yes. Was there some things that went astray? Yes. Did we always kind of wanted to pivot even though all that situation was going on? Yes, they did. Right? Yes, they did. But at the same time, you could have paid half of this, got a whole other actor, could have brought Jonathan Majors back just to finish what he started. You know what I'm saying? Show how dope Dr. Doom is as a badass. If you know what I'm saying? If you have Dr. Doom, delete Kang the Conqueror from the timeline. If you recreate what God Emperor Doom did to Thanos, but you do it with Kang. You know what? As long as the guy gets to finish his story, I'm not even mad at that. You know what I mean? I'm really not. And I don't even think Jonathan would be mad at that. If he could go just finish his story, and if that's the way he goes out, at least he got to finish his stuff. Like every other actor that came through Marvel who has a shady past, he should be able to finish his. But to pay $75 million for some part-time duty is absolutely egregious. And the reason why Marvel is going through what they're going through right now, streaming, and if you go and listen to Tina, when she talks about that streaming is not making money, and that's she dressed me. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe to her. But or $100 million, it doesn't even matter. It's too much damn. The rent's too high. The rent's too high to make an investment like that, and the guy's not on screen the whole entire time. It's got to be the most stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And again, my whole thing is, if it doesn't make the money that you think it's going to make, you think that this mug is really going to make in-game money without the build-up just because Robert Downey Jr. is in there, you're going to find out your fans are way more fickle than what you think. Let me keep going.
And the very easy logical jump here is that if he stole the identity of Tony Stark, if using magic or technology or both, he made himself look like Tony Stark, then presumably before that, he would have had a different identity, and it'll be that new actor that'll step in to essentially be playing the same character of Dr. Doom that we'll see in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So 2 actors playing the very same character. It starts with Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of this character and then turns into his.
We have, BC. I know you guys, if you're guys enjoy the content, we got 34 in the chat right now. We got 34 in the chat. Can we get the likes up, please? Can we get the likes up? And while you guys are getting the likes up, let me shout out all the people from the crew that make sure that sponsors this show. Let me make sure of that while y'all getting those likes up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that have been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. And again, shout out to all the crew members. Shout out all the crew members. And Roberta just gifted 5 new memberships. She has gifted, again, another 5 memberships. So if you're not a member of the crew, this is your time to get a free membership. Thanks to Roberta. It was her birthday last week. You know what I mean? And, you know, she holds the crew down. You know what I'm saying? She's the church auntie of the crew. So don't get out of line in the chat. She'll take that belt off. You know, you know what I'm saying? Don't be chewing no gum in the seats either. You know what I'm saying? She tell you, spit it out that gum, and spit out that gum. Thank you again, Roberta, for the 5 memberships. I already know what you're looking for, so I got you.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
Thank you again, Roberta, for gifting the 5 memberships. And again, don't forget to get the thumbs up. Get the thumbs up. All I ask for is a free thumbs up. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see what more they're talking about.
To his original form, whatever actor would be playing him. So the second actor is presumably what he would have looked like first. Now, these rumors have also seemed to center around some Bollywood actors, with rumors of them possibly joining the MCU to play this original version of Doctor Doom. But there's
wait a minute. And for Bali, I'm trying to tell you now. Marvel, listen to me and listen to me good. If you have a Middle Eastern Doctor Doom, do you know how folks is going to people are going to riot? It ain't gonna be black folks. Even I'm looking at it sideways, but I ain't gonna riot. But those the people that I'm trying to tell you, the people that you don't defend it, you don't defend them again. I mean, defend us against their tyrants when they come after black actors and stuff like that. So honestly, if you get attacked, hey, look, I'm sitting it out. I'm gonna see what you're gonna do. But if you trust me and believe, you get a Middle Eastern actor that looks Middle Eastern playing Dr. Doom, white folks, racist white folks, and Bacon's gonna tear your ass to pieces. And I'm gonna sit back because when when race swap characters, stuff like that, or just regular smuggler, original black characters get attacked online, whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Marvel, whether it's Disney, you don't come out and say nothing. So I'm not going to say nothing. Good luck with that. Let me keep going.
There has been absolutely nothing, zero, in the way of concrete updates from any of the trusted industry insider sources or even Twitter scoopsters at that.
Good.
But what I will say is that this does fall exactly in line with that update from an unlikely source that we covered here at the channel last month, and I'm sure some of you saw the headlines generated from this, where famous X-Men writer Chris Claremont spoke pretty candidly about what he might know about Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, and dropped a bunch of shocking details not known by the public, including that Robert Downey Jr. might be playing 4 distinct roles. I think it's likely that Marvel Studios have gone out of their way here with a major misdirect, because there are a lot of fans who assumed, or maybe still assume, that if RDJ is back as Victor Von Doom, that he's not coming back as Tony Stark. But this theory, or rumor, however you want to take it, would free up Robert Downey Jr. to then assume the role of Tony Stark from somewhere in the multiverse to go against Doom if it was revealed Doom's original form isn't actually Robert Downey Jr.'s lookalike, isn't actually a 616 Tony Stark, and is played by a totally different actor. And I know what you're thinking. Of course, yes, they could double up Robert Downey Jr. He could be Iron Man, and he could be Doctor Doom. fighting against himself. But I think cinematically and visually, Marvel Studios doesn't want to have that specific thing happen. They've already done something like that in Avengers Endgame when Chris Evans, Captain America, fought Chris Evans, Captain America. We don't need to see Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom, fight Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark. Not that it couldn't happen, but reverting Dr. Doom to whoever the actor is who looks like Victor Von Doom before he stole Tony Stark's identity would make for a much more visually stunning scene and would be that much more exciting when all of a sudden, out of the multiverse, given whatever the conduit, be it America Chavez, Doctor Strange, we get Tony Stark from somewhere else other than the 616. And when and if he shows up, it'll really be something fans are not expecting because we will have seen him as Doctor Doom. Now,
okay, I'm going to tell you why, to me, that the whole premise of this has flaws. For one, nobody's explaining, what's going on with the multiverse. Why are the incursions happening? Is this something that has to do with He Who Remains? Does it have to do with Kang Conqueror messing with timelines? Is it Loki? What the hell is going on? Number two, there's no build up for this. The last time we seen Tony Stark, he was his little arc reactor was floating in the water and people were crying 6 years ago. 6 years ago. So the whole build up to a Tony Stark or to Kang, for Tony Stark or Dr. Doom is unwarranted. And you're using nostalgia berries to get us to be like, well, I accept that. No, that sounds dumb, because where is the buildup? You have Dr. Doom coming played by a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude. He ain't even the dude who's supposed to be the dude. That's why I have the thumbnail the way that I have it. You're literally pulling a Tropic Thunder on here. Okay, that's not really Tony Stark. It's really Dr. Doom, but Dr. Doom sold his face. So he's playing the dude. He ain't even the dude. He's supposed to be playing as the dude. And then another dude who looks like him is the same dude who's fighting the same dude that is the dude. Sounds dumb. I'm sorry. That's stupid. That's stupid. Not saying what everything always is saying, but like, this is unwarranted. There's no build up for this. You're just doing something at this point to get people to feel something. And the only thing that you're doing is member berries, not good storytelling. This is, and again, y'all know me. You know how much of a Deadpool fan that I am. But one of the reasons why Deadpool 3 is not in one of my, I don't really talk about Deadpool 3, it's member berries. The story is okay, but Deadpool is kind of annoying in that movie. It's not as good as the first one, where you're telling a grounded, heartbreaking story about a guy who got cancer, who was a mercenary that decided once he put on that mask, breaking the fourth wall, all of that stuff. Even Deadpool 2 was better, you know what I mean? Because you're dealing with the family aspect and what it means to die in love and all of that stuff. The third one, jokes, a lot of cuss. Well, you got a more compelling story for Wolverine, but as far as Deadpool, it was just there to almost kind of be a little annoying. You know what I mean? Like, I like the movie. There's certain things that I like, but it's not as good as the first two because they throw in memory berries. The memory berries. You have, Elektra and Blade come in and Gambit and so and the Deadpool course and yada 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 yada. Okay, cool. But as far as story wise, what are you giving me as far as a story for me to hold on to? And that's what this sounds like. It sounds like it sounds like Marvel said, let's do what Deadpool 3 did. Let's pull out, let's do a so-so story. Like, let's bring in a couple people that you'll remember. You know what I mean? And do a hodgepodge story. You know what I'm saying? Because look who we bring it back. You'll remember them. They're from the X-Men. Professor X and Magneto is damn near in the grave. It's starting to hate and not trying to be funny, but they're old. You're not even bringing in the rebooted Magneto and Professor X. You're giving us these super old ones. I'm not liking this information. I'm not liking this information. Tracy Wood, thank you so very much for the $10 super chat. Thank you. Gang banging. Gang banging. Gang banging. Gang banging. Ain't nobody talking about how Smokey put that reverse Uno card on that lady. Oh, you gonna sue me? I'ma sue you. How about that? Let's settle out. Let's settle out like that. Everybody ain't talking about that though. They couldn't wait to say something about Smokey. Smokey over there being a freaky old man. Fam, freaky or but still, you know what I mean? When he put that reverse Uno card, nobody said nothing about that. But I told you I ride with Smokey until I find something else out. But Dr. James Wilson, what's up? But yeah, these dudes are super old. As a matter of fact, everybody is in that movie or is old. Like, if you really think about it, the X-Men movies came out in the early 2000s. Oh, because they're in the movie. Oh, here comes the nostalgia barriers. Instead of telling a great story, this is Peacemaker is not the Deadpool of the DCU. Wrong character. He's not nowhere close. But instead of having a story, what's up, Tina? Instead of having a story that's cohesive, that makes sense. That's why I brought up Jonathan Majors Kane, because you could have brought him back, made a compelling story. If Dr. Doom knocks him on off, he knocks him on off. At least you're telling the story that led up to this point. You know what I mean? Good writing will get you there, right? Good writing will get you there. But when you just throw in Dr. Doom and you throw in old fucking damn near 60-year-old X-Men, you know, a cast of characters in their 50s, 60s, and 80s. It'd be like, here you go. Well, at least I gave you the X-Men. Remember the X-Men from the 2000s? You like that, don't you? Ooh, I'm excited. Ooh, Nightcrawler's coming back. I'm excited. No, I'm not. Because if the story sucks, I don't care. If the story sucks, why should I care? Like, seriously, if there's no build up to this, why should I care? Yeah, Stargate, you're absolutely right. They didn't announce Halle Berry coming back. But again, if you still don't tell a great cohesive story, then I don't really give a crap. You could throw in all of the old Fox. You could throw in all of the old. So you could bring in the Sony Fox Fantastic Four. You can bring in whoever you want. I don't care if the story sucks. And if this is just a hodgepodge of stuff just thrown together, this is a gumbo with no seasoning. I don't care. Let me keep going.
Now, do I expect all of this to happen during Avengers Doomsday? Absolutely not. And again, these rumors have focused on him not continuing the role that much further past Avengers Secret Wars. TV? So there is sort of a small timetable for this that would have to happen during Avengers Secret Wars, and all the pieces move in order to see this on the screen. But let's face it, guys, this is Marvel and Disney going way out of their way to make sure we think Robert Downey Jr. is done as Iron Man, and make it even that more exciting when he finally shows up to sort of seal the deal for that final battle of Avengers Secret Wars. And it may be sort of wishful thinking, or those saying, hey, you're just not letting go of Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man. You're just expecting him to come back. But yeah, this is the chance for that. We've been talking about it for years at the channel, where those like Sir Patrick Stewart, Sir Ian McKellen, now we know James Marsden, the rest of the X-Men cast. If you've ever played a Marvel character, ever at any point in any cinematic universe under any studio, you have a chance to show up in Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. And
see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what they're selling you on. They're not see, this is where Marvel has went downhill. They're not selling you a movie that is a good story, that is cohesive, that we built up to, like they did with Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Now, let me tell you this. I'm not saying every Marvel movie that came before that was great, because I'd be lying. I still, we was talking about this last night, but you know, I've talked about this before. Like, people forget, people really didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp. People really didn't like Captain America, Age of Ultron. People hated Thor: The Dark World. I was one of them. Until I just went back and rewatched it after watching Endgame. I'm like, oh, well, that makes a little bit more sense. Still not the greatest movie, but it's way better than Thor: Love and Thunder. I will watch Dark World is a way better movie than Thor: Love and Thunder, though. You know what I mean? Like, people didn't like Captain America: The First Avenger, even though it was probably one of the most comic accurate, not all the way, but you know what I mean? It has very much a lot of elements, you know, the original Captain America comic books, you know, for back then. But there were people that was crapping on stuff for Marvel. You know what I mean? Incredible Hulk didn't make any, for real, Incredible Hulk didn't make the money that Iron Man did. You know what I mean? And then with, what's his name? You know, getting pissed off about the actual role of the Incredible Hulk or whatever, which to me, the Incredible Hulk and the portrayal of Bruce Banner, it was literally what we've been asking for from Incredible Hulk, a guy who was literally, you know, torn from the inside, the emotional weight of hulking out to a big raging monster, a little bit of what we've seen in the Century. It is funny that they did the Century right, you know, as far as like that element that, you know, the emotional element, we start talking about depression, anxiety, different things like that, unworthiness, leading into potential drug habits and all of that. That is big time stuff. Why couldn't you do that with the Incredible Hulk is beyond me. But what they're selling you on is just member berries. That's it. There is nothing in this that says, yes, this is a cohesive story that came from a whole bunch of build-up from some Disney Plus shows. You might have watched, you might not have watched. I don't know. But at least if we reference this, you could go back and watch this Disney Plus show and kind of understand. But then you'll be like, who's the black dude that's running through season 2 of Loki? Well, he ain't there no more. You know, so what does it matter? You know what I mean? It's they're not doing it right. And it pisses me off. This is literally what a lot of I don't know if you guys ever read a lot of the comic book readers. This is like that one shot, but the one shot ends up being like 5 different comic books, but it don't make sense. You're like, why did they even do this? Like, and then they try to retcon it to make it fit into, you know, oh, this was part of the story the whole time. It just somebody who didn't really know the character just wrote something. They were like, this ain't even the character. What is this? This is exactly what this sounds like.
And since that applies to old Fox X-Men characters, Blade and the like, why would that not apply to Tony Stark, or rather Robert Downey Jr. back as his Iron Man variant as well, alongside Chris Evans, Captain America, etc., etc. So it may be a bit of a reach or a stretch, and it may just be wishful thinking on the fan side, but I do think it's logical to say, hey, Victor Von Doom, unless Marvel plans on explaining this, probably didn't originally look like Tony Stark, which means he did have an original form. That would be a different actor, and that's where I think the stemming of this rumor through theories has happened. But you guys let me know.
I'm trying to tell you, if they get a Middle Eastern Bollywood actor to play Dr. Doom, they are going to light Marvel's. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If Tony Stark ain't white and from the far east of the Caucasus of Europe, then Dr. Doom. I'm gonna sit back. I'm watching. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not defending Marvel. I'm not nothing. Because I need Marvel to start defending us. I'm not defending nobody else. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because they had an opportunity to do that and they decided not to. You know what I mean? So I'm going to decide to just chill out right here and watch the ship go down in flames.
All your thoughts down below.
Okay, that's the end of his video. So, I mean, get back to this real quick. But do you guys kind of understand what I'm saying? Like, this is just rumors. It's not true. But if they go with this route, this got to be kind of the stupidest thing I have ever heard in my whole entire life because it's not going to make any sense. It's not going to make any sense, you know, for the simple fact is that it's not earned. I believe good storytelling to lead up to something is earned because you told a great story. Now we're leading up to something that I really want to see. because you have earned my ticket to go see this movie because the story you told is cohesive, and now I want to see the payoff. Where's the payoff up here? Like literally, where's the payoff? Hey, yeah, D Sizzle, you want Bollywood Dr. Doom, RDJ Dr. Doom, RDJ is Iron Man, a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude, but we can't even get a T'Challa. Like, this is stupid. This is dumb. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit back. Dre, why would people be mad Doom not white though? I'm gonna let you answer that question. Matter of fact, let it happen. I'm gonna sit back in here. I'm gonna just read comments. All I'm gonna do is read comments. And I'm not defend because this is another day and another time where you could legitimately just fix your issues. But Marvel thinks you're stupid as a consumer at this point. And I believe that they're playing with our intelligence. And this is the reason why I'm saying this. Because I told you, I'm not gonna shield because they're Marvel and they can invite you somewhere. You got a big enough fan base. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care. Brother Junior, what's up? I don't care nothing about that. This is what I'm talking about, right? What's up, the Informant Media? What's up? Make sure y'all getting the likes up. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up. Get the likes up for a minute. I gotta do something real quick and I'll be right back. All right, y'all. Make sure that you guys get the likes up, get the likes up. Okay. So this is my whole entire thing. If they think just putting all of these people on screen because you never seen them on screen, and we got to include Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, we got to include Deadpool, we got to include all of that. Enrique Hawkins, what's up? Get the likes up. You know, we're talking about all of this, right? We're talking about all of this, but they have not told you, hey, this is what we're going to do to tie in the story so we can make sure you have what you're watching is cohesive. They sold you on everything else. Again, I believe that Marvel in a lot of these studios, because it's not just Marvel. And again, I don't care nothing about no red carpets and none of that and going rubbing elbows with celebrities. I don't give a damn. Honestly, I really don't. And at this point, a lot of these studios is like, if I just make it a cameo fest, y'all gonna come. Because what has Brave New World? I mean, I'm sorry, not Brave New World. That was it wasn't a cameo fest. It was a fest of something, but the show wasn't cameos. What did Spider-Man Far From Home, No Way Home, and Deadpool 3 have in common? It was a cameo fest. You've seen people you've never seen before in a movie, or you haven't seen in a long time. People talked about it when they went, oh snap, as soon as they came out the theater, my theater reaction, oh snap, let me get my phone. I just seen Blade, baby. Blade's back, baby. Let's get Wesley. Even though that they announced a Blade movie in 2019 and Mahershala Ali only had a talking part off screen. Hell, where's Kit Harington at? Speaking about Blade, where's Kit Harington at? Where the Black Knight? Where the rest of the Eternals at? Again, incohesive storytelling. Well, what they gonna say is, oh snap, we got these people. Yeah, man, you need to see it. And they're telling a trash ass story. And what some people gonna do is they gonna buy the ticket. They're gonna buy the ticket, they're gonna go see it, and they gonna talk trash because the movie ain't. Well, if you go in there and say, as a movie, this doesn't make any sense, and here's why, they're gonna say you're a hater. You know what I mean? They're gonna call you everything under the sun when you start picking apart the movie and the cohesiveness and the tone and why, why did they pivot away from this just to give us that? Just saying, this is not going to work the way people people think it was. And exactly, D says on what people and you know what's crazy about the member berries? People forget how much that they shat so hard on Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, is Amazing Spider-Man 2 a good movie? No, it is not. It is all over the place. But not Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield is amazing as Spider-Man in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Actually, he wasn't a bad Spider-Man 1 either. He was kind of a dick, but Amazing Spider-Man 2, he's literally, I'm like, dude, that's the best that I've seen as far as like a Peter Parker Spider-Man. Now I'm talking about over Tom Holland. Just the way that he was charismatic and all of that. You know what I mean? Like, it was, he was fantastic. But people hated that movie. They hated that movie. Soon as Marvel introduced Tom Holland Spider-Man, ain't my Spider-Man. I like the other Spider-Man. No, you didn't, because you didn't support the movie. No, you didn't. Stop. This is what I'm talking about. It's the same thing with DC fans. DC fans could have came out in droves, you know what I'm saying, to watch Batman v Superman. Batman v Superman is not a good movie whatsoever. It's the chopped up version. But they added, the director's cut is way better, but it's still not the greatest movie, and it's a little boring. But the Whedon version was really, really not good at all. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. DCEU fans is shatting all over James Gunn, but y'all didn't go out there and support that movie. So what cares? That's like the Mexican dude who was crapping all over Sinners or whatever, but you didn't tell Mexican people to go out there and support Blue Beetle, a character that's built out of you. So it's just oh my God. They did the same thing. They did the same thing with the prequels as Star Wars. Now again, I don't like the Phantom Menace. I like the end of the Phantom Menace. I don't like the Phantom Menace, and that's because kid Anakin Skywalker got on my nerves. He did. The second prequel, he got on my nerves because it was whining through the whole damn movie. Like, if he don't stop whining, stop whining. But that one, Revenge of the Sith, greatest Star Wars movie of all time. The greatest Star Wars movie of all time. The greatest Star Wars movie of all time. But you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, it's all what people think. Like I said, they really think we're stupid. That's all it is. They think we're stupid. And what's up, Catch Kid? Even they think we're stupid. And what they're going to do is put slop on there and tell you to eat it. It doesn't have a good story. Again, I don't care what the comic book characters are. Is the story good? What's up, American Ninja Girl? What's up? Oh, Revenge of the Six is the greatest Star Wars movie of all time. Period. Yeah, period. It's the greatest movie of all time. So, the greatest Star Wars movie of all time. All right. This said, Dre Mac, they do get good stories and scripts, but these executives have agendas, and if the script they don't align with the agendas, then we toss them in favor of the ones that does. I will agree with you. Just like I talked about that the blame doesn't solely go on Nate Moore or even Kevin Feige. You know what I mean? It really goes to the executives at Disney and Marvel and hearing what their investors have to say and all of that. I mean, I understand that. If you the people who's part of the crew say, hey, because they're investing in my show. Roberta, you know, Revenge of the Sith is better than Empire Strikes Back, and I love Empire Strikes Back, but Revenge of the Sith, execute order 66. Do it. Oh man, it just I get excited. Ew! Just thinking about it, it makes me feel something in my tum tum. I feel great in my tum tum when I think about it. But like I said, the execs, they go in. You're right. They go in and they put their fingerprints all over it. Again, you guys who are part of the crew who got a membership, you see how the membership got invested to you guys, right? If the people in my crew was like, hey, and they collectively say, I don't want you talking about certain stuff, you guys invest. I'm gonna have a conversation with you and say, this is the way I feel, but you guys are the investors, so I have to take your word for this. Now think about people with billions of dollars. They're saying, nope, we don't want. I don't want. Why do I gotta go watch an all-black movie? You tell me. Why I gotta watch it? I don't want to watch that. I'm investing in this company. I gotta watch all black people, black lead. I don't want to watch that. Do you think the people at Disney who got this investor with billions of dollars going to say, hey, get your racist ass up out of here? No, they won't. No, they won't. What they're going to say is, oh, well, what if we do this? Or what if we do that? Yeah, no. A lot of y'all know this. Y'all know this. But, this is just kind of where you know what I'm saying? Kind of where we at. Kind of where we at. So what do you guys think about this story? Do you think recasting Dr. Doom already with a Middle Eastern Dr. Doom? You think that's going to work? If you think that's going to work, please put it in the comment section and let me know what you guys think. But before I get to there, I got to address Mika G and Blue. I address this because I got to find this. Hold up. Because, excuse me. A brother went to go just cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was doing, just cutting the grass. And, a brother got a little sweaty. You know what I mean? Just a little sweaty. But then I go back and so happened to watch the beginning of the Blurred AF. And this is what I heard. And now I understand all the toilet jokes from yesterday. Let me just play this real quick. Oh, okay.
Soon.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Rather than
Hold up.
sooner rather than later. He washing his funky ass.
What?
Sooner rather than later. He washing his funky ass.
Now, this is my thing though. Why my ass gotta be funky? It was just a little sweaty. I ain't funky. Why I gotta be funky? Now I wonder why Dane C was talking about I was taking dumps and all of that. Because you said I was funky with the capital F. And you put the unky in it. You put the unky in it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't just think a little bit. I couldn't just be sweaty because I'm out here making sure my lawn is manicured and looking nice. Nah, you said I was funky. And Dane C was talking about, oh yeah, he looks clean. I wonder why, because you all told everybody I was funky. Well, you're a cold piece of work. And this is what I'm talking about. We supposed to be crew. You know what I'm saying? But I'm over here watching not just my ass. Sorry, Roberta. Not just my ass. My funky ass. Boy, you cold. Boy, y'all some cold. And this is why they had me dying first. You know what I'm saying? What they was calling me stank bomb because I'm gonna give away the location. You know what I mean? I'm giving away the location of where we at. Boy, I swear, these people, boy, I put this on everything I love. They are getting recast. Next thing you know, you're gonna see an Asian Mika G. You know what I mean? You're going to see an Asian Mickey do Wan Yin Ki. That's what I'm going to have. Wan Yin Ki. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then Blue going to be recast. Yeah, he going to be great with a Middle Eastern Jamaican. Yep. Yep. That's what I'm doing. Middle Eastern Jamaican. Since they want Dr. Doom to be Middle Eastern, so is Blue. Boy, they cold-blooded. They cold-blooded. Well, you can see how they do me. Cold-blooded. But Roberta, thank you so very much for the $10 super chat. Everyone that blessed my nephew Dre last night going to hell if they don't repent. You're going hell. And I'm surviving. But I got you, Roberta. I got you. Don't worry about it.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
Exactly. Thank you again for the $10 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. Ike Palmer, the racist former CEO of Marvel Entertainment, still has a Disney executive puppet trying to steer the company in a certain way. Exactly. Zingo, you see this? This is the way they treat a brother. You know what I'm saying? So that's again. Recast. I can't wait to show my Asian co-host and my Jamaican Middle Eastern. I can't wait. Boy, y'all cold-blooded, boy. I swear, y'all cold. But anyway, I just had to, put that out there. You know what I mean? But y'all tell me what you guys think, about this. You know what I mean? Do you guys think even a Middle Eastern Dr. Doom is gonna work? Just having a Dr. Doom, that's part-time. You want a Doom disguised as a Doom playing another Doom? Let me know in the comment section below.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
All right. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of The Dre Max Show. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe. Gonna call me funky ass. Well, where's my outro at? You know what? I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.